Ladies and gentlemen, hope you are having an amazing day today. Let's go ahead and make sure you all can hear me. If you would please type the number 1 in that comment section. Let me know that you can. I would truly, and I do mean truly, appreciate it. As we get started here this morning, keep in mind everything we look at is for educational purposes only. Nothing is meant to be advice or recommendations. And if you like what you see here, folks, make sure you follow along with us on the various social platforms. Not only here on YouTube, which we'd love you to do, of course. Subscribe, ring the bell, come back and like this video later if you like what you saw here today. It helps us in the algorithms. We don't get paid for any of this type of stuff, right? So this is always beneficial to us. If you guys would reciprocate, help us out as well. And you guys do awesome every day. We appreciate it. Thank you so much for that. So morning, everyone. Derek, good morning. Alan, morning, sir. Alan's always here with his wit. I'm looking forward to what his candidates look like today. Good morning, Erica. Elsa, morning. Karen, good morning. Evelyn, good morning. All right. So Evelyn, Elsa, Erica. Wow, lots of E's today. Morning, Joel. Hey, Robert. Glad you made it, sir. All right. Man, we need to jump in. I've just got a ton of stuff to get through today. Let's go ahead and take a look and start off with the futures. All right, so I think I changed a symbol by mistake. Let me go and fix that. All right, so while that's doing its thing, let's go and open up the ES. And right now we're up 27.5 points on the ES. So we've got a nice little climb going on today. Small pullback recently, not really too concerned with it. ES, the S&P 500, did hit correction territory yesterday, which means it was down 10% from its all-time highs. And I'm happy with that, but I really want to see 20. Guys, I really want that pullback. I want the capitulation. I want the fear. I want the freaking out. I want people throwing their hands up in the air and go, that's it. I give up. I can't do this. Go to cash. Right? And that's what 20% does. And that's only time you're really going to get a really good, strong growth from it. We've got the YM is up 187 points right now. So nice move there. On NQ, we're up 133 points. Great move for NQ, right? Some of our NASDAQ stocks I think will do extremely well with today. The RUT, RTY, we're back up about 13 points on the RUT. Bitcoin, 39,000. We got down yesterday, as we said earlier in the show, to about 36 and jingle. Said you had an opportunity there for a potential buy if you hadn't already picked it up. Ethereum, and so they're up 1,000 points on Bitcoin. Ethereum, look at that run. Woo, go, baby, go, baby, go. They're up 134 points right now on Ethereum. Then we get to gold. Now, we've had a little bit of pullback in the last couple of minutes on the market, right? If we look back and just look at ES, you can see we've had this pullback, right? And then gold in that same 20, 25-minute time period has had a nice spike. They're still down, but better than they had been just a little while ago. I mean, they went from 1900 to 1906 in that 15, 20 minutes or so. So great move on gold so far. Crude oil has backed off a little bit more. The fears of we're going to have a big shortage that we thought is not as big a fear any longer. I guess some other places have made arrangements to take care of what might be shortages. So crude's backed off a little bit there. And if you look at the overall picture, I mean, we're still up nicely on $91 a barrel, right? And what I paid the other day for gas, $3.65 a gallon for gas, just craziness, right? It was actually $60. My first $60 fill up on my truck that I can ever remember. And my truck is 2 years old. First fill up of over $60 that I've ever had to put in it. So, whew. Hey, Joes, good morning, sir. How are you? Hope you are having a fantastic day. Let's go and take a look at some trades from yesterday. Let me know the trades that you did yesterday. Drop them in, folks. I'd love to see them. Let's share those in there. We had 6 majors and DWAC was on there also. So 7 companies. No, we had 6 total. We had 5 plus I added DWAC in there, right? DWAC had kind of normalized at the open of the market, but we still did get a nice run. It's still the #1 download on Apple right now for their free apps, they said. So Home Depot, they came out with earnings yesterday. If we go and look at the position of the chart on Home Depot, let me bring this over here. Let me go ahead and bring up my symbol grid that has everything in it. And let's go to Home Depot. All right. So they gapped down, opened up near that fib of that 331.51. I had said we wanted a bear call spread above 344 and or a long put. Okay. So if we go over and look at Home Depot yesterday on a shorter time frame chart, okay? So we said we wanted to have a bear call spread above that 344 level, right? So we were at 343.61. We want to be above 344. So let me see if this is, yeah, it's not. All right, so I need to put Home Depot in again. So the option chain changes, right? And I can keep an eye on the other chart. So we gapped down and we had a quick run up and a failure. That failure helped us, maintain, right? We said below 344, helped us maintain that. Yep, we pushed up and failed. The press was still to the downside. So I was able to do the 345, 347 half bear call spread. Let me bring this over. Let's go. It was this week. Let's go to a spread vertical. I need more. So 30 candidates. So 30 symbols. 45, 47 half. I was able to get 65 cents. Right now, it is trading at a penny. Right? So we wound out of it yesterday, of course. Home Depot is up $2 in pre-market. Okay? But still crushed from where they were. I mean, they opened yesterday. Opening price was $335, and they closed at $316. Right? So they got hammered yesterday. Right? And that was all great and fine and good. Right? But what really, so 65 cents, awesome trade. But if you are a pop trader, if you trade the way we do in pop, right? I took 10 contracts on Home Depot yesterday, and I did them with, it was a day trade, and it was a 4-3-2-1 exit system is what we did, right? So instead of me trying to explain all the details, show it on the chart, all of that, I meant to have this open already today. I actually did a template just for the Home Depot trade for today. Right? So Home Depot, right? It's the only thing on here. Entry date, the 22nd. The price of the stock was about $335. We took 10 contracts and it was a bearish trade, B for bearish. Okay. Our first exit, which is going to be 4 contracts, right? So 4X is our very first exit. So we exited on when the stock was at 334.5, right? So not that big of a move, right? We got taken out of our first trade very quickly. Our second exit, which was 3 contracts, 3X. Same day, we got taken out of 324.5. Our third exit, which is 2 contracts, we got taken out of 316.30. It should be 316.50, I think it was, but close enough. Because we only do things in quarters. We don't do them in nickels here. And then the last exit was right at the end of the day. Yeah, right at the end of the day, we got taken out we took ourselves out of the last contract 5 minutes before the close at 315.25. That netted $7,000 on Home Depot yesterday. If you took that trade following the power option plays rules that we utilize, guys, you crushed it. You absolutely crushed it. That's 1X, right? 1X for 1 contract. You killed it if you took this trade. Either one of them. 10 contracts on Home Depot's bear call spread was $650. Knocking it out of the park is an understatement, right? Paul said, so is it still valid to take a 345 bear call spread when the stock drops so much at the open? Well, it is, Paul, if we can get if the premium still works, yes. And that's what it really comes down to is, did the premium work for it? If you can't get enough money, if I would have looked at this spread, $2.50 spread, realistically, I want to see at least 40 or 50 cents, depending on how close to expiration we are. If we're on expiration Friday, I'll take 40 cents. If we're on Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm really looking at 50 cents as the minimum, which gives me a 25% rate of return if I'm right, or else I'm not interested in the trade. So if I can't get that, then the trade is not valid to take. Absolutely, you 100% right? Yes, Joel, they were long. So this second one I went through, what's on this page was a long put, 10 contracts, the long put of the 335s, right? So that was the trade. That was the only one I took from yesterday, but that's the only one you need, right? How many of those do you need to have a good week? All right, so let's see what you guys had on your list from yesterday. Wow. Diesel, $4.65 a gallon. There you go. But buying that big old truck, Sean. My vehicle only takes premium, like I said, $4.99 a gallon. I know, it's nuts, right? It's nuts. Robert said 15 cents on Home Depot bear call spread, 41 cents on Qs. Call 63 cents on Spy put, $1.30 on Facebook put, 5 cents on Apple put, 20 cents on Home Depot put, 35 cents on SPX bear call spread, 12 cents on Spy bear call spread, 13 on the Qs bear call spread, almost $1,000 for the day. Most of it was simulated trades, which is great. You keep doing it and doing it and doing it as a non-funded trade, as a practice trade, paper trade, whatever word you want to use, although I'm a big fan of the non-funded one, until you get it, and that's when you turn it over to funded. So Robert said most of it, he's already trading some of these as funded trades because his comfort level has increased so much. And if Robert is pulling the trigger on 5, 6, 7, 8 trades a day, Robert's where I was when I started. I was doing 10 paper trades a day every single day for a 30 trading day period, right? That means in 30 days, I did 300 trades where I hit the button, hit enter over and over and over again. I became very comfortable with my platform, very comfortable with the system that I was trading, and the transition was fairly easy to move it over to funded then from there. All right, so Alan said MasterCard was a masterpiece and Roku reversal. All right, no, there you go, Alan. You're going to have some of those. All right, Erica said SPY and Roku on paper. Nice. PNW perfection was Alan's comment on PNW. Their earnings were awesome today, right? We've got them on our list today, PNW. Derek said Chipotle Mexican Grill put P&L $1,970 paper trade. Good job, Derek. Listen, I love it. I absolutely love it. Evelyn said SPY scalps 2 long puts, 1 long call, 7% real money. Woohoo! There you go. Congrats on that, girl. Derek said Chipotle CMG put option P&L. Did I read that already, or was it in twice? It's in twice. Okay. Keep crushing it, Robert. Congrats. There you go. Say, hey, I appreciate you giving some kudos to anybody that, listen, you see someone typing this stuff in, guys, talk to them. Tell them what you think. Hey, appreciate you sharing. Thank you so much. It's encouraging. Great job. Whatever it is, let them know it. Let them know. Joel said home run on SPX puts. There you go, Joel. Great. Kevin said I sold out of the last 3 puts on Spotify and bought at $5. Sold them at 9.25. Don't you love it when you got just about a double on that, Kevin? I mean, how awesome is that? When you just about double what you paid for it, right? You can't beat it. You absolutely cannot beat it. Good job, everybody. Again, appreciate you very much sharing what you did yesterday. I really think that those that are here that maybe are not as active trading or newer to trading, when they see that it's not just me sharing what we do, and they see others like you sharing, I think what you are doing is you're encouraging other people to trade, right? And and as an educator, as a coach, a mentor, that there's nothing you could do that would be more important to me than that, is helping and encouraging others to see the things that you do and let them know that the possibilities are there for them to do it as well, right? There you go, Derek's. Oh, wait a second, Derek. Where was it? Come on, Derek. Really? So Derek said this was his first options trade for the One Trade Away Challenge, which is guys, it's a training that we're doing that is absolutely outstanding. I am seeing amazing results like this. Derek's gone through, we're on day number 24 or so by now of the challenge. You can still get involved with it. It starts every week all over again on a Monday. But that challenge it teaches you everything you need to know about trading. And I grill you for 30 days. Man, I've got training series that you're watching on stocks and options. I give you exercises to do every day. You've got things to look at in your portfolio, paper trades that you've got to do every day. You need to be out there doing this. If you want to be successful at it, this would do it for you. Sean, actually, can you drop a link to that in here and maybe put a link to the One Trade Away Challenge down in the description, Sean? Guys, check it out. Listen, it's $49 for 30 days. You're talking about 20 plus hours of education for $49. And I'll tell you what, if you don't think you got your money's worth, tell me and I'll give it back. All right? I mean, that's how cool it was. Derek, that is excellent. Excellent, excellent. Great job. Great job. Man, that is wonderful. All right, with that, let's go take a look at today's candidates. All right, so we're going to start off with CZR. CZR, it's earnings, right? They're up about $3.50 right now. So if we go and look, CZR. Come on. There we go. Let me check this fib out. Looks like it might be too old. Yep, so we need a new Fibonacci on CZR. So we're going to pull this one back. Just not something I normally trade. But it's in the news. So we're going to snap a fib in here. And, okay. So right now, CZR is at 80.25. Guess what? 80.25 puts us just underneath our 8 moving average. That's a problem for me, right? Good news, but look where it drove it. It bumping its head on Ugly. Oh my goodness. Ugly. Bumping its head on Ugly, right? So I would be very cautious on this. I'm going to write down wait. All right. Next one is Glaxo. GSK. Let's go look at it in real time. They're the only one on our list that's not earnings today. They have their COVID drug is coming out. They're sending it off for approval. So the expectation is increased revenue, of course. So they're up right now about 73 cents. They're a $43 stock. Let's go look at what they're looking like on their chart. So Fib is still good, right? Just got to pull it out a little bit. Fibonacci is good. They're sitting at 43.42. So look where they are, right underneath our 43.61 Fib line. So wait is going to be the answer on that one also, right? Next, we've got Lowe's, L-O-W-S. Nope. L-O-W. L-O-W-S is how you spell the company name. Right? Lowe's. L-O-W. All right. So Lowe's earnings came out 8/21. The CEO said that they see with inflation coming up, prices of lumber still remaining high, but they think they're going to normalize come the second half of the year, which is great news for me, who is always spending money on lumber since I'm a big woodworker. But their earnings were great. Their numbers are great. They're actually tracking the number of times a person shops in their store, and they've seen the number of times increase in the last 2 years. For contractors, they're coming back over 100 times a year to Lowe's. I like Lowe's. They're just too far away from me. They're a 15-minute ride, where Home Depot is 7 or 8 minutes from anywhere you are in the world, basically. That's not rural. How about that? So let's go look at what Lowe's is looking like. Right? And they are at their low, right? They definitely were down for the count. They're up $8 at 222. So guys, look where they are. They're still shy of where I need them to be. So I could look at a bull put spread though, below 220. Yeah, below the 220 fib line would be my bull put spread on Lowe's, right? I do like this one. I'm going to throw a couple of check marks. Next would be one of the first ones I look at today, right? From there, we're going to look at Mosaic, MOS, right? So again, MOS was earnings, right? They're down $1.73. Well, their daily chart was up, right? Overall pattern is bullish, right? But their pullback put them into a bullish neutral bias yesterday. And today they're at 42.46, which puts them below the 21 moving average, which means they are in neutral territory, right? So we definitely have a place we can draw from here. Not a very big fib. Let me go back and look a little bit because that's just, it's okay, but it ain't great. So this fib is good, but it's just too old. So we're going to delete this one off of here. We're going to apply the fib here. All right, a little bit bigger range in there than we had on the last one. So right now we're sitting at 42.46. So we're just below that 43.24 level. So here's what I need to see. Their earnings came out and they were bearish, right? We're in a neutral territory. So I want the stock below 43, and I'm looking for a bear call spread above 43. Right? Don't know what we'll get for it. It's had a decent move already this morning, $1.73, but we'll see. This one's okay. It's not one of my favorite ones, but I do like it. PANW. Well, they had earnings come out, and they already were on a bit of a tear, right? To the downside. They were in a true bearish bias yesterday, right? And then we go and look at PANW today, and they're up $34. Oh, my goodness, what a crushing move. And most of it right after the announcement. They've had a slight climb up, but overall, they're up $34 right now at 509. So where does that put them? Boop, up above the zero, but down below that 514.63 level. So there is a lot of concern for me for today as a trade. This is really good news for them. So here's what I want to see, whether it's today or you use this going forward, right? Critical that you understand this. It's not just a for today note. I want the stock above 515. And I'll look at a bear call spread below 514 or a long call, right? So if it gets above today, so what I will be doing today, we've got a few minutes. Guys, we've only got one more candidate after PANW, so drop your candidates in, right? Drop your candidates in of who you want me to take a look at. And let me go ahead and let's do this. So 514.63, right? So let me go over to PANW. Let me go to a different chart, though, the one I put my lines on. Let's go snap a line at 514.63. We're probably not going to see it on this page. I'm going to have to back up a little bit. But 514.63. Yep. Okay. So the line is gone, right? There we go. Nope, not even there. Okay. So I'm just going to get rid of these lines for now, just to make it easier to see. So we are right now sitting at 509. So we're about where my horizontal mouse is right now, right? That's about where we are right now. Give or take right about here, okay? So what I'd like to see happen is we get above that 514.63, push up, have a pullback and a bounce, and that the entry would come right off of that bounce. That's what I'd be looking for. Now, my bull put spread would be down below that level. My call option would be a 65-ish delta, right? 65 to 85, closest to 65. Right? And that's what I'd be looking for this trade. It may come today. It may come tomorrow. It doesn't matter. This is on my list, right? Yesterday, with earnings coming out, I'm position 1 in the chair on PANW. Today, I'm position 3 in the chair. I skipped right through, number 2. I'm in position number 1 in the chair, hands on the keyboard, ready to place this trade if I get a note that we break above that 514.63 level, all right? That will be the most important piece for you to look at on this setup, right? These are pure pop rolls, folks. Everything I'm telling you right now is all the proprietary stuff that I use inside of power option plays. This is it, right? And this is where we are up $300,000+ in our sim account, of course, for this year so far, just in the first 2 months. Never have we had that big of a gain in a 2-month period of time, all right? So there's PANW. Last one is SPCE. So let's go look at it here. And we're up 30 cents, right? Again, earnings on SPCE, right? So what I'd be looking at, $8 stock. Can I get a naked put on it? And then maybe write a covered call? I mean, that's what I would love to see. I don't need all those strikes, so let's get rid of that. 20 will do. So naked put, I'm looking for a delta of about 20. I don't have a delta on the 6.5. That's interesting. We do have a 26 delta. 7s. Guys, if I could pick up, listen, if I could pick up 25 cents, forget about 43 cents. If I could pick up 20 cents, it's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. If I could pick 20 cents up today on a $7 put, So I'm going to sell a naked put is what I'm looking for here, right? And we're looking for that delta around 20 right now, 26. A $7 put has a delta of 26. I'm just writing myself a note on it, right? So I could see, 26. So I can see what that is. So wow, right? I do like that a lot. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look here. Linda asked if we could take a look at Mr. Softy. So Microsoft. So they're in a bearish mode right now. Let's see where they are in pre-market. So Microsoft is up $3 right now. So they're pushing at that 291 level. So Linda, we're right up at that 292.04 level. So a lot of caution on Microsoft right now until you can get above there. If you fail, if the market starts to drop and you fail, you're in a key position for a bearish entry on Microsoft. Even if you break the 292, Linda, you've got resistance at 294.25, which is our 8 moving average, that pink line. Right. So I hope that helped. Let me know down in the comment section below. Alan's asking for Baba. Ali. So Alibaba is up $1.80 right now. So they're sitting at 114.73, right underneath the 115.93 level, Alan. So for me, and guys, this transitional period, when we have been in this long tear of a market where we just keep seeing these down days, and we get good news today and we start to pop, that's where it becomes tougher for me to take a trade because everything is going against me. Can I find a clear and concise entry between two key levels and get in on that trade? Yes, but I really need the right setup. I don't take it just because the news is bullish today and I take the bullish trade. So if we're looking, we're at 114.73. What I would need to see on Alibaba, Alan, is get above the 116, retest and bounce, and 120.5 is resistance, which is where my 8 moving average is right now. So a little bit of caution. I hope that helped, Alan. Let me know. Evelyn said SPY, please. So SPY, let's go back and look at it here. And let's see. So SPY yesterday closed in bearish territory. Today it's at 433. So guys, see what's going on here? 433, we've got a line at 434.74. We're right there bumping our head on ugly, right? We're right at that level right now, all right? So definitely have to have some concern of that. If we fail off of it, again, if the market fails, Evelyn, I love it, and we're definitely going to the downside, right? Actually, this was my training last evening in the mastermind group, was on trading the SPY. We talked about day trading the SPY and the things you need to look for and do. And I gave some of the secret things that I do personally for my own trades inside of there. And if we break above, though, Evelyn, and we break above, retest the 344 level and bounce 344. We break above the 435 level, retest and bounce. 439 is resistance with the 8 moving average. So I definitely have enough room that I could pick up a buck or two out of the option without a doubt on that kind of move. So I do like it. Hope it helps. Debbie's asking for Visa. Let me know if it was if that worked for you, Evelyn. Visa. All right. So Visa closed yesterday in a neutral territory. And right now it's up $1.51 to 22. So we're kind of in the middle there, Debbie. So a little bit of caution. 226 is resistance, but we've got to get through the 8 and 21. We're kind of clustered around those 2 moving averages right now. So a little bit of hesitation there. Mickey D's, were they on our list yesterday? I know they were yesterday. There was a fight over the board seats with Carl Icahn. I think he's trying to put it was either 2 members or 5. I'm mixing 2 news stories up. So they got a bounce on that Icahn news yesterday. Let's see what it is doing today. It's kind of flattish, nothing crazy going on. 87 cents on McDonald's right now. 253, 255 is resistance, Debbie. So we're right at the moving average, almost to the penny. 253.57 and 253.43 is the moving average. So I would definitely be a little cautious there. Hope that helps. Let me see, make sure I'm not missing any. Let me know down in the comments if it does, Debbie. John said Netflix. All right, Netflix. Love me some Netflix. And I don't mean the TV station, although we have it. Not what I'm referring to. I like them as a trading vehicle. One of my favorite right now over Amazon. I like Netflix. All right. So right now, Netflix is at 381.87. So we're still bumping our head on that resistance level. So we have not cleared that yet, John. If you do get above, you've got resistance at 393. So you got a $10 move. So there's definitely potential in there for a day trade. But I really want to see it up above that 383 before I take a long. So above the 383, retest the 383, bounce off of the 383, and then look at a long position. All right. So hope it helped. Let me know. Trip saying itty bitty machine. IBM. If you've ever worked for them, it also means I've been moved, right? So right now, we got nothing happening on IBM. I just cannot believe they are only $123 stock. I just can't. So they're kind of flat trip right now. So they don't have a print on trade yet, it looks like. So if we get a move up, we're looking at 126 as resistance if they're following with the bullish news of the market. If they fail in the overall pattern, they got 122, which is not a lot of room in either direction, but just a scant more to the upside, depending on where they actually do open to start the day. Trip is also asking for win. Great one to look at, these types of companies, Win, Marriott with the recovery stocks, especially since international travel is getting set to start coming back. So Win is up right now, $1.25. So they're sitting at, we'll call it $90 right now. So Trip, they're right there at 90. You need to move. Let's see a bigger picture. Yeah. Okay. We're good. You need a boot. Good. Yeah, we're okay. Fib is fine. So you need to move above the 90.25, a retest and a bounce. You just got to watch that 91.87 Trip. If I'm trading this, if I wanted to take a bullish entry on this, I would tighten up my stop at 91.87, right under there at that where the moving average is right now, or take, just hit a hard target for a part of my trade, half or 40% or whatever method you're using. But I would scale out of the trade there or tighten my stop up really tight. So if it pulled back, I just wind out the entire trade. Right? IBM is not a big mover. It's about $3.70 or so a day. So decent. Definitely can make its move back up to the 8, but I think you might find some better setups than that. Let's see. Paul said, thought you said a bear call spread above 514 on PANW. Hold on a second. What did I do on PANW? Good catch, Paul. Let me see. So PNW has great, so it'd be a bull put spread, not a bear call. Great catch, Paul. Thank you for that. Bull put spread, and I wrote below 514. I just said I wrote bull put spread below 514 or a long call. I wrote bear call spread below 514. All right, which is wrong, of course. So good catch, Paul. Thank you for that. Very much appreciate it. Robert's asking for Facebook. All right, so overall bearish pattern. Is Zuckerberg losing more money today? Let's see. Oh, darn, he got some back. Okay. So right now, we're still in a bearish bias. I'd be hard-pressed on anything. We're sitting at 205 right now. 209.90 is resistance. If you're looking for a short-term bullish trade to try to capture a move there, that's great. I don't see how Facebook comes out and says they just lost $10 billion because of the way Apple set up the security on ads for people, and they get this great recovery off of this, unless they've got some amazing news. And Putin's attack is not as bad as we thought. Oil's not as bad as we thought. I don't know if that's enough to really drive Facebook up. So I hope that helps. Let me know. Karen's asking for XLE. All right, only one or two more, guys. Then we got to go. I got to get ready for the open here. XLE is up 45 cents. There's really nothing going on there. I would need it above that 69.30 to take anything on XLE. Kevin's asking for Hess. Always remember them as Amaretta Hess. All right. They're up 72 cents right now in pre-market. I'm glad to see that energy is up a little bit. 94.59. If we do the scrunch down there, 92 to 100 is 8. I need to split this level in half. Aha. Okay. So I need to add a negative 136. Okay. And right now we're sitting at 94.59. So 96.5 is resistance. And ironically, that's where we bumped our head over and over again in the last 2 weeks on it. So you can look at that as your resistance or get above, retest, bounce, and 100 is your next upside target. Let's see. We'll do 2 more. We'll do Qs and CAT. All right. So we've got the Qs overall yuck factor. They're up this morning about $3.50, which puts them at 342. Right, so 347 is resistance. Be cautious there. You got a little bit of room to run yet, but you got a lot of room to drop with where they're at. And then Caterpillar is the last one. So overall bearish pattern. They're up today about 239. Let's take a look at this fib in an unscrunched mode. Very old fib. Still works. We're not violating anything except time. All right. So if we're up at 193.60, we're kind of in the middle. I would be cautious. You got a room potential up to 197.5 is where we go. Off to see Mr. Wendell. There you go, Joel. Tell him I said hi. Yeah, it's definitely on. Go put spread on PANW. Absolutely say hey. Yep. Yeah. How much does the loss cause him to squirm? I don't know. Say hey. Probably not at all. Derek said, great breakdown this morning. Thank you very much. You're quite welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, there we have it. Listen, Sean's going to drop some more links in there, guys. Go check out that one trade away challenge. We'll put a link in the description too in case you miss it. Don't miss out on this, folks. It is an amazing training. You will not be disappointed with it. And with that, make it a profitable day. Stay focused on the quest to becoming a great trader. Keep crushing it. And remember, you're just one trade away. Take care, folks. I will see you tomorrow at our next on. Take care for now. Bye.